are going through a process. Me, I can tell you that I am going through some serious. I don't even know what's going on, man. Like I'm having dreams that the earth is communicating to me, man, and you know, she got me. I'm doing a lot of remote viewing. Like I'm here 1 minute, the next minute I'm someplace else instantly, and you know, I'm starting to understand that we live in a computer animated world. I don't know. I'm trying to explain to you the best way that I can, but this to my understanding that I'm living in a computer animated world, so to speak. Like this planet is. I just want to get your opinion. What is your opinion about the planet being a biological computer, if you will?
Well, yes. That's again a whole bunch of stuff I have to say about all of that.
Right.
You know, all of physical reality is a projection of both as I mentioned earlier, the species mind pattern with common thoughts that are projected out for commonly accepted realities, and then overlaid or within it are the realities projected out from our individual mind patterns. So, in effect, everything we see in our lives on this planet is a projection of the mind pattern of those living on it. All the animals, all the plants, all the objects, all of those are really not actual, they're just real energies that are projected out from mind pattern. As beings on this world, we are experiencing the physical accoutrements of that world. When you live on a planet like we do, that was formed by molten material ejected from the star, and as that molten material spins into space, it cools and hardens, etc., etc., we live on a planet that is in orbit after having been ejected from the star. And as a part of that process, we, as it orbits the star, the sun, part of the residue from that initial ejection, we're constantly in motion. And we get, over time, the planet moves further and further and further out into space away from the star from which it came. So we are experiencing a change in the energies just naturally from the Earth and all the planets as they, over time, moving further and further away from the sun. And as it does, it loses the energy or pull of that star so that the physical grounding becomes less and less. Our energy fields become more and more expanded, and we are able mentally to access other realities, other dimensions, to see beyond the borders of the physical universe. That's just part of the natural process of what's going on with the planet. However, overlapping that, or in addition to that, is the unfortunate situation where mind control waves, ELF and microwave, are constantly being bombarded, causing mind control and programming, so that sometimes, well, if not all the time, many people are picking up images from what they think are other realities and dimensions, but in effect are part of the virtual matrix of the mind control within their minds. So we have to make a distinction. Is what we're seeing part of the mind control virtual reality, or is it a natural process of our personalities and energy fields as we progress as human beings? That becomes then the difficulty to distinguish between those two. And one of the works that I do, and I teach in hyperspace classes, is to make that distinction by use of understanding energy fields, archetype symbols, colors, what they stand for, so that you know what is coming from an artificial source and what is coming from a natural source. And that was kind of a long-winded answer, and I hope everyone was able to at least understand some of that.
I'm glad that you took the time out to really explain that. I think that's very, very important because you're right. We are being affected by these different waves and whatnot. And you kind of answered my next question, which was how is one able to recognize the difference between the two?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm definitely going to have to get you to come down here to Atlanta.
Oh, what they call Hotlanta.
Yeah, it's Atlanta. You have to come down and visit us, Stewart. We have to get you to come down here.
But not in the summertime. I can't take the heat and humidity.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so, wow.
Well, you know, I live in snow country.
I was going to say, where are you located at?
Western Michigan.
Yes,
right off
you
the
are.
lake. We're in a blizzard right now.
I was going to say, how's the weather up there?
Well, you got a shovel?
Yeah. So, okay, because you kind of, you just messed my program up.
I'm sorry.
Said something about, and I know. Because now I'm sitting back thinking, okay, what kind of a dream was that I just had now? Because it was so profound, and I can't forget the dream like I had it back in August, and I could tell you crystal clearly everything that happened in that dream as if I had dreamt it last night.